Welcome to the 4 o'clock session.
Yes, this is the 4 o'clock session.
Starring Brigid, Reedy.
Yes, and my dad,
and the rest.
John. Yes, Brigid and the rest.
There will also be some special guests. They might not even know they're special guests.
But they are.
When they get desperate, everybody might have to come back. What do you call this session, Brigid?
This is a little of this, a little of that. So we're going to have some cowboy stuff and then some other stuff.
And why don't we start with some of the other stuff?
This is homegrown tomatoes, Guy Clarkson. There's nothing in the world that I like better than bacon and lettuce and homegrown tomatoes. Up in the morning, out in the garden, get you a ripe one, don't get a hard one. And it's great eating medicine. All the winter without them is a culinary bum. I forget all about the sweating and the digging. Every time I go out, pick me a big and homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? There's only two things that money can't buy. That's true love and homegrown tomatoes. But there's nothing that a homegrown tomato won't cure. Put them in a salad, put them in a stew. You can make your very own tomato juice. Eat with eggs, eat with gravy, eat them with beans, pinto or navy. Put them on the side, put them in the middle. Put a homegrown tomato on a hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? There's only two things that money can't buy. That's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Because I know what this country needs is homegrown tomatoes in every yard you see. When I die, don't bury me in a box in a cemetery. Out in the garden would be much better, so I could be pushing up homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? There's only two things that money can't buy. Wonderful weekend here. It's been just so much fun. There have been so many great people to visit with and play with. And everybody that I've met has been so sweet, and it's such a beautiful place. I love that the train goes right through Main Street. I think that's about the coolest thing, having it go all hours of the night. I'm probably one of the only people that's like, yeah, happy to be woken up by the train at 4 in the morning. Like, oh, that's cool.
Your granddaddy was a railroad man, so maybe that's it. What do you think? No comment. He was great.
He was cool. He was cool.
He was great. Anyway.
When I grow up, I want a pony. I'm gonna ride it from dusk till dawn. I'm gonna rush and main, feed a sugar cane and keep her in safe from the storm. If I had a pony, I would wonder, could I be your girl? When I grow up, I want a baby. I'm gonna name it after Ralph Stanley. And I sure won't mind if it cries all night, just as long as it looks like me. If I had a baby, I wonder, could I be your girl? Oh, lady, oh, love, you rock my world. Oh, lady, oh, love, when I grow up, I wanna be your girl. When I grow up, I want a cowboy, dust all over his jeans, with a horse named Jack and a 10-gallon hat. He is nice, but he looks so mean. If you were a cowboy, I wonder, could I be your girl? When I grow up, I'll be a lady. All my rings will be made of gold. Put flowers in my room and wet perfume. I'm gonna listen to rock and roll. If I was a lady, I wonder, could I be your girl? Oh, lady, oh, love, you rock my world. Oh, lady, when I grow up, I wanna be, when I grow up, I wanna be, when I grow up, I wanna be your girl. When I grow up, I want a pony. When I grow up, I want a baby. When I grow up, I want a cowboy. When I grow up, I'll be a lady.
Changing gears a little bit.
Changing gears a little bit, now to a little of that. I live up in Montana, and I'm going to do a song that's very aptly named, My Home's in Montana. Oh, my home's in going to do a little poem written by a Montana poet, Paul Zarzewski. And he's truly one of the greatest living poets. And he's a neat guy, and he just does brilliant writing. This is a little short poem that he wrote called Grace. I'm going to follow it up by a couple of little tunes that I wrote. In the soft, low light up high, where love has always thrived and will forever yearn for the colorful hover, a brushstroke of words out of the west. We still want free life. We still want fresh air. And as millenniums meander on, like birthdays to the earth, what thrill a saffron blade of grass, blue sage, scrub oak, still gives us on our daily jaunt across the land. A daily poem of prayer. One of my favorite things when we're driving around this time of year is to be driving and see beautiful fields and then look up and see mountains with snow on them. That's one of my favorite looks in the whole world. This one's called Snowin' on Raton. Snowing on the tongue. Come morning, I'll be through these hills and gone. Snowing on the tongue. Come morning, I'll be through these hills and gone. So bid the years goodbye, you cannot steal them. You cannot turn the circles of the sun. You cannot count the miles until you feel them. You cannot hold a lover that is gone. Snowing on the tongue. Come morning, I'll be through these hills and gone. Snowing on the tongue. Come morning, I'll be through these hills and gone. Tomorrow, the mountains will be sleeping, all silent 'neath their blankets green and blue. And I shall hear the silence they are keeping. I'll bring all their promises to you. Snowing on the tongue. Come morning, I'll be through these hills and gone. Snowing on the tongue. Come morning, I'll be through these hills and gone. I'm going to do another poem for you, written by another Montana poet, Wally McCrae. It's called Grandmother's French Hollyhocks. They were probably planted there by the gate, or along the fence to the water gap lot, where the milk cows lazed and the work teams ate, chicken wired out of the garden plot. Why, didn't she know they'd scatter around, their seeds infecting our vegetable garden? Magenta blooms fought for fertile ground, crowding and choking, begging no pardon of the carrots and beets in militant rows, cut down by the shrapnel of Gaulish genes. From ambush they fell like dominoes. In retreat we skirmished to save the beans, for the canning jars waiting, empty and green, wide-mouthed as grackles with demanding maws, that would nourish during months, snowy and lean, when the hungry moon grinning flexed grizzled jaws. Foolish woman, we thought, to be tempted by beauty. What could she be thinking, so all of us said? Our lives bound by the iron bands of duty, not frivolous flowers, just beans, beef, and bread. Of course, no one complained, not to her face. She surely repented the sin of her ways. Her silent apology mitigated disgrace, but the shame of her weakness she bore all her days. She was guilty. Of course, more guilty were we, for beauty in life has strong healing powers. 50 years later, I'm beginning to see the value of grandmother's beautiful flowers.
Should we pick up the pace?
Yeah. Into the garden, staying on the gardening theme. Dill pickle rag. 1, 2, 3. like me.
I wouldn't know. I don't do that.
Not a huge vegetable enthusiast. Green things are what you feed food.
Right. I was going to say that. We can have that.
I'm going to do a song that my brilliant poet father wrote. This is called Lonely Days Ride Away. I just had a bright idea. Saddle up that pony, head her into the sun. Walk, trot, break into a run. There are new songs that need to be sung. Lonely days right away. In the darkness of a lonely room, I see windows, fingernail moon. Fire dies down, but soon morning's on its way. Deep tracks on a canvas of snow, painted meadow, sunrise glow. Your hand, your own brush stroke. It's only days right away. Watch your breath float up on cold finishing clouds started long ago. Breathe them in, you're never alone. Lonely days right away. Overgrown, life's about a dream. The moon follows you home. Just remember wherever you go, lonely days right away. Grace and beauty will be your guides. Stay in the middle, enjoy the ride. Keep your mind wide-eyed, being ready for change. There's no wire in your path, the gates are all open, let her have her head. She knows where she's going. Find yourself inside of your own home. It's only days right away. Now I'm going to invite up a really talented young man, Thatch.
That's you, Thatch.
He's gonna do a couple poems for you.
You were just nodding off there. Cowboy can sleep anyway.
Here he goes. This is a cowboy poem that I wrote a long time ago, and not a long time ago, I'm only 11. But this is a poem called The Cowboy's Thoughts. I was sitting on my front porch one night in late July when I looked up high above me and I asked the good Lord why. I asked why are times changing? Why must we progress? The cowboy's life was simple. Most cowboys knew no stress. If life was like it was back then, we wouldn't have to worry. There would be no deadlines, there would be no need to hurry. A cowboy's needs are basic. He lives within his means. He has no need for credit. He'll work for all he needs. A cowboy's home is everywhere, don't matter where that might be. He'll hang his hat most anywhere, a hook, a door, a post, or tree. A cowboy's life is simple. He lives from day to day. I thank the good Lord up above, and as I knelt to pray, I realize now what I had asked is that I truly know. If we aren't to progress each day, then how are we to grow? If we look at life as it was back then, we'd see we need to change. Not from then and now today, but from now to then, a time away. Thank you. This next one is not a cowboy poem, but a poem written by Johnny Cash, and it's kind of a patriotic poem. It's called Ragged Old Flag. I walked through a county courthouse square, a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I says, your courthouse, it's kind of run down. He says, no, it'll do for our little town. I says, your flagpole, it's leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it. He said, have a seat, and I sat down. Is this the first time you've been to our little town? I said, I think it is. Well, I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, I got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night Francis Scott Key stood watching it riding. Say, can you see? Say, can you see? I don't know. I'm sorry. Thank you.
That she was huge, man. I want to be like you when I grow up.
I know, that would be very cool.
What you want to be?
I had a really good friend.
Wait, I was setting you up. Remember what Glenn Orland used to say?
Oh, yes. One time, I had a really good friend. His name was Glenn Orland. And he was a really old cowboy guy that was really about 12 years old at heart, even though he was about 87.
Yeah.
And I got to play with him a lot. It was a real blast. But one time, we were playing together, and I asked him, so, what do you want to do? He went, go home. But I'm going to do one of his old songs. This is called Desert Sands.
In the key of Glenn.
In the key of Glenn. You know, he's notorious for playing just about, probably 99% of his songs were in A. So and now it's just become the Glenn key. We call it Glenn key now.
Brigid, you would always try.
I was like,
well,
you want to try it in
really
D?
good. Yeah, I think A was good.
How about C? Good,
Yeah,
we'll do it in A.
Let's do it in A.
Desert sands with the yellow moon shining Sing me this song as I go. Oh, carry me over the old desert sands with the yellow moon shining on high. Let me breathe the sweet air of the pure desert night, my Pharaoh pony and I. Now we're going to pick it way up. Turn it up to 11.
Well, let's start out at 8.
Yeah.
And then see what happens.
Jerusalem Ridge. Come through town. Speaking of trains, you know, oh, that was unintentionally a great segue. This next song is The Train Carrying Jimmy Rogers Home. It's not in favor of Jimmy Rogers. Time has drawn me. I'll have to walk down where the fields are overgrown. Consumption's claimed his life. We dare not miss the sight of the train carrying Jimmy Rogers home. We've had some hard times these last few years. Lost the farm, almost lost our spirits too. But it's the strangest thing, we heard that man sing. Somehow we knew we'd make it through. I can hear that whistle blow, that a train is moving slow. This is the train. Hold me close, sweetheart, do. Cowboy. 1, 2, 3.
It's okay. Take a break. You've been working hard all day.
My little brother back home, who I'm really missing, he couldn't come this time. He's 9 and he's playing guitar, and he does some neat kind of swingy rhythm guitar. And his favorite song to play is Dark Eyes, which is this Django Reinhardt, Stephen Grappelli gypsy jazz swing tune. And he brought this up to me one day, and I was like, look what I just learned. Brigid, you have to play on this. Okay. And I kind of played a little, and I was like, no. And he hummed along what I should do, and okay. So it's not quite right without him playing his snazzy lead on it. But we're going to do Dark Eyes for Johnny. talented young lady up, Kristyn. She's one of my favorite people in the whole world. She's so much fun. I haven't gotten to play with her. I haven't seen her in over a year, and she's just such a wonderful, sweet person. And it was so exciting when I heard that she was coming here and we could play together. So yesterday we went under the shade of a tree and decided, hey, we should figure out a couple tunes to play. So we sort of noodled around a little bit. And then today, we noodled around a little bit more and found a few tunes to do together. What do you want to start with? Let's do it. I hear you talking. I hear you talking. Yes, I do, but you talking don't ring true. I'm listening politely too, but I don't believe a word you say. I hear you talking, you're telling lies. I can see them in those great big eyes. Well, I hear you talk and jive, don't believe a word you say. You say I'm your honey love, and I'm all you're thinking of. Well, I hear you talking dumb, but you ain't been fooling me. I hear you talking, yes I do, but you talking don't ring true. I'm listening politely too, but I don't believe a word you say. Yes, I do, but your talking don't ring true. I'm listening politely too, but I don't believe a word you say. Tried together when we first met in Elko and in Monterey.
That's right. We still remember it.
Let's see. Hungry every minute of the day, rolling down on a biscuit. As long as he can chew it, it's okay. He can eat an apple pie and never even bat an eye. He did anything from soup to hay. Rolling, daddy's little fatty. I bet he's gonna be a man someday.
all your fault. We're gonna do
It's
this
all
song.
your fault. Well, it's all your fault if I'm not sleeping. I live on dreams instead of eating. I'm just a wreck, and it's all your fault. Well, it's all your fault when if I'm playing, having fun, and if I'm staying by myself, it's all your fault. Oh, when you said we were through, I'd rather find somebody new. I found out that wouldn't do, 'cause I'd rather be alone than somebody new. And it's all your fault when I'm a grandma and my grandkids don't call you grandpa. I'll just tell them it's all your fault. When you said we were through, I'd rather find somebody new. I found out that wouldn't do, 'cause I'd rather be alone than with somebody new. And it's all your fault when I'm a grandma and my grandkids don't call you grandpa. I'll just tell them it's all your fault. We're going to do one more for you, and then I am going to run away.
Go home,
You know,
as Glenn said.
Yes, exactly. Not quite yet. Still got one more, and then I'm going home.
Well, she's on the night show tonight as well, so
So is she.
you'll have to come back for that.
At least for her part.
No.
This is Milk Cow Blues. Well, I woke up this morning, looked down doors. I could tell my milk cow, could tell by the way she looks. If you see my milk cow, drive her right home. 'Cause I ain't had no milk and butter since my milk cow's been gone. Oh, well, you better start treating me right, day by day. Get out your little prayer book, get down on your knees and pray. You're gonna need my help someday. And you're gonna be sorry you treat me this way. My brain is cloudy, my soul is upside down. My brain is cloudy, my soul is upside down. When you get that low down feeling, I know the blues must be somewhere around. lonesome when your lover ain't around. And now I've tried everything, baby, to get along with you. And now I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop my crying and leave you alone. If you don't think I'm leaving, sweet mama, just count the days I'm gone. You're gonna need my help someday. And you're gonna be sorry you treated me this way. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kristyn. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Brigid.
That was such a blast.